All right, this is Learn the Burner. I'm Garrett.
And this level.
And today we're talking about the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 4.
Hell yeah.
So overall, this show, in my opinion, is not as good as The Mandalorian. Like, I don't know. I just struggle. Like, for The Mandalorian, I was like waiting for the next episode. I was watching it the day it came out. This one, I'm like, oh, the next one's out. Oh, it's been out for 2 weeks. Okay. I don't know. Like, I think it's just this guy is just, everybody in this show is like, bummed out, grumpy, mad, sad. In The Mandalorian, he was like kind of funny. Like, he wasn't like a tired old man. I'm so sorry to say, but it's like, I don't know. It's just not as, it doesn't pull my interest as much until a certain someone shows up in this show. And then I'm like totally on board.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I kind of somewhat agree for the most part. They could have done something different. They didn't exactly have to like hire the clone actor. It didn't have to be Jango Fett,
Yeah.
It didn't have to be Jango Fett. Come on. Like he fell in the Sarlacc pit, like, I don't know, a 30-year-old, and he came out a 60-year-old,
Yeah,
like,
I think, like, chronologically, does it even make sense that Boba Fett's like 100 years old?
Well, yes, technically, but he would have, like, literally had to have been, like, in, like, cryo freeze in the freaking Sarlacc pit for, like, a fat minute to be, like, the age he was when he came out. Well, but, like, they tried to be like, listen, he looks old because he got burned by stomach acid, all right? And now lived out in the desert, and now chronologically he's an old man because back done,
wouldn't he be like the same age as Luke, just about? Like, Luke was a young man, and then Boba Fett was like a young man, right? I mean, you never see his face, so I guess we don't really know.
I would say Boba Fett was in his 30s when he fell in the Sarlacc pit.
And Luke was like, what? 20s?
Barely. He was like, I don't know. I guess he was supposed to be like 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, young, maybe old teen, young 20s. Because I remember wasn't he wearing the black suit and he did a force flip, like in that whole scene with when Boba Fett fell into the Sarlacc pit?
Yeah, he had already finished his training. So he was the Luke that everybody wanted to see, like, crushing it,
Yeah, okay, so he must have been like young 20s, I'd say.
Yeah.
So Boba Fett, probably about maybe 30 when he falls in. So is he in the Sarlacc for like 30 years?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They like pretend like he's down there for like a week or two, and then he's so hideously burned that he looks old, and then he like grows old as like a burned young man, middle-aged man,
Yeah.
So,
well, anyways, the decision was made and we'll roll with it. But I would have preferred, like, I don't know, someone with more personality or something, I think.
Well, Boba Fett never had a personality. He was like, he's better alive, like he's worth more to me alive. He's like a man of like literally like 5 lines. That's all I'm saying. Like, Boba Fett had like 5 lines, and everyone's like, he's mysterious. Everybody wants to know, like, who's that man in the medieval armor, the medieval knight's helmet.
True.
So,
okay, cool. Wait, he's from New Zealand, right? The actor?
Yeah.
Does he keep his accent in this show, or does he change his accent?
Pretty sure he has his accent.
Okay.
Because he had it as Jango Fett, and they're like, all right, we got to redo all the lines, and then they have this dude, like, dubbed over in the original trilogy.
Why did they redo all the lines?
Because they're like, this Jango Fett. All the clones sound like Jango Fett. They're clones of Jango Fett.
Oh.
Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett.
So they gave all the clones the accent also?
Yeah. Oi, good day, crikey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody's got his accent.
Well, that's kind of cool.
So, yeah, I kind of agree with you as far as, like, why we watching an old man, like, go into retirement in the crime gang. But, like, it's a nice vessel for this type of story, How the hell were they ever going to introduce, an old retiring gangster story, This is supposed to be, like, like the Godfather or Sopranos of Star Wars, they're like, we got the stars, we got the wars, we got the references to other shit, we're making more shows off of this property, and it's kind of a gang space opera. And I'm not blown away by it, but I'm not beating it up. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's as kid friendly. Absolutely zero blood, which I find hilarious. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But, that's okay, I guess. It's Star Wars. It's not like it's Game of Thrones.
It's Disney.
Yeah. All right. So we see Boba Fett. He's in the back tank and he's dreaming. And what's he dreaming about? Him in the desert. Again.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are we?
I'm at 233.
I thought we were on episode 5.
Nope. This is episode 4.
Okay. He's dreaming about the desert.
Yep. He's riding a bantha.
Like a panther.
Yeah. Riding a bantha. He's
What
bouncing
a
shit.
what a funny creature. I love it.
Yeah. It's super cool. I like the banthas. They're like big old fuzzy looking elephant horn thing.
Ram, sir.
Okay.
Literally modeled as a ram.
Oh, yeah. A big old desert ram.
Yeah, well, they were like originally actually elephants, you know?
Right.
So-
it looks like what was he doing? Sneaking up on Jabba's palace? Jabba the palace?
Jabba the Palace. Yes. It looks like he's got Doc Martens on. But
He has a sniper and he's looking down the scope and he's like, man, there's like 30 people walking around the outside of this palace.
yeah. He doesn't stand a chance. You know, apparently Bib Fortuna's taken over and he's got a lot of money to spare. He's spending a lot of money on security, so
Yeah.
he's like, not today. So like I guess this is after everybody's been wiped out, right?
Well,
Post tribe getting killed.
oh, yeah. Yeah, this is, after his tribe died, and then he just kind of started wandering the desert, and he's decided to just get his ship back, I think.
Yep, ship. That's the only thing on his mind.
So,
Oh my god, a 3-moon planet. What are the odds?
cool. Yeah, I mean, that is really cool. I wish we had more than one moon here on Earth, which is where we live. Earth,
Nice.
right down the
Yes.
street. That'd
Yeah.
be cool to have like more than one moon.
It would be pretty dope, you know.
Tides would be crazy.
Yeah, for real. Shipping would not be at all the way it is now. Well, they have a huge bantha robot that they have made.
This is an actual robot. Very cool.
This thing is articulating and has feelings. They've given this thing the Baby Yoda treatment.
Yeah.
Completely. They're like, baby, huggy, nom nom, me nom. So, like, they got Boba Fett over here actually like
Looking
kind
at
of
it, talking to it. Yeah. That's very
eating it. And this thing is, I don't know. It's very childish. I find it funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's got more personality than somebody else in this show. Okay, I'll stop.
I'm sorry.
So he sees off in the distance some bright light, something's happening, and so he rides over to it. He's like, "What is going on here?" And it's a person.
What it was the bright light?
I don't know. What was the bright light?
It's the flare guns from Mandalorian.
Whoa. So wait, what does that mean?
Remember Finnick, the bounty hunter,
Yeah.
used a night vision scope to hunt people in the desert.
Oh.
She was defending her position in the Mandalorian episode
Oh.
where Mando was fighting Finnick with the dude who betrayed Mando.
Wait, Finnick was in Mandalorian without Boba Fett?
Finnick got shot in the tum-tum by the betrayer.
Oh. I didn't even put that together. Wow.
Remember Finnick? The lady who's had a huge bounty on her?
Yeah, this is Finnick's lady here.
Finnick Shart. Shand.
Yeah, I remember.
So Boba, like they use like all the same visual cues when he comes up. You know, they kind of like redid it a tiny little bit, but it's like the same as like the mysterious stranger picking up Finnick Shand. You know,
But now it's from the stranger's point of view.
yeah, but
Very
they had the spurs on them. You know. Like, they were like, oh, who could have spurs? You know, now you know it's because he has a bantha, you know.
Wow. It's coming together. I didn't even realize all that.
So, yeah. This is the crossover event.
Wow.
Titular crossover.
Okay, so Finnick has stomach damage, and then Boba Fett takes her to a tattoo parlor looking place with all these like angsty teens in there, like giving them the evil eye.
She's like, oof, you got poopy diarrhea.
And so there's this one tattoo guy who's giving this girl the Dr. Octopus chip thing in the back of her spine. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm sorry, I'm a few seconds behind. I'm enjoying the sights.
Yeah. Yeah. So the tattoo guy's like, aren't you a little old to be in here? And Boba Fett's like, yes, but she needs a modification.
Appointment only. Ah, shit.
And so he's like, this woman is about to die. Here's money. And the guy's like, you should have started with that.
This dude's got a super battle droid claw on his hand.
He does?
Yeah.
Wait, which battle droid is the super battle droid?
The big ass one?
Like the one with the wide shoulders that like stands tall?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. And it's like modular.
Yeah, he's taking it apart, welding the stuff out. And it looks like he's just like replacing all internal organs with robot parts. So he's like, I can't do anything without removing everything.
I'm sure he took liberties. He's like, you know, it'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's like, it's a work of art now. You know, he's definitely taking liberties.
Yeah.
Is he welding wires together? Did I just see him soldering wires?
Oh, yeah, he's doing all kinds of stuff.
My gosh.
Yeah, he's soldering wires, sci-fi like.
You got the red and the blue, you know, the blood and the coolant.
Oh.
My God. He's got, it's perfect cyborg marriage. I don't know.
It lights up, and he's like, you're not going to close her up? And then the other guy's like, you going to cover up this beautiful machinery? And that's
True.
it. Zero testing or anything. And he's like, she's done.
Yeah, I'm like,
take her.
No painkillers.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
They're not even going to let her wake up and test it out. It's just like, take her and go.
Like, I got 5 Doc Octopuses to do in the next 30 minutes, all right? You got to go.
I guess it is Star Wars time, and they've got this, you know, figured out.
They're like, just take 2 back to shots and call me in the morning.
So, now
hold on.
Up.
Bacta in the coconut.
What? There's Bacta in the coconut?
The lime in the coconut. Play on words.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this little coconut thing.
That's black melon.
Oh, black cake.
You think that's like a fungus, you know, like a fungus juice or something?
I'm sure it's something completely disgusting sounding, but it probably tastes great. When you think about it, milk sounds disgusting, or cheese sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Great.
Or, what was that Spider-Man drink? A cream soda or whatever was it? An egg cream.
Oh, oh, yeah. Oh,
you're like, it's, and then Boba Fett describes it. He's like, it sounds disgusting at first, but then your body craves it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's from Noir Spider-Man or something.
Yeah. That's so funny. I forgot about that.
Watch that episode. Leave a comment down below on how shitty it was. We're not going to read it. We don't care.
No, we already read it. It was great.
Thanks. Leave more of them.
Okay, so she wakes up. She's like, oh, man, my stomach is a robot stomach.
And I gotta take a shoe. What the fuck?
Yeah. And she's like, what did he do to me? And he's like, I brought you to a robot tattoo parlor. Fixed you up. You're about to die. She's like, oh, my God, I'm dying right now. And he's like,
for a black melon.
He's like, all right, fine. I'll drink this nasty egg cheese water.
He like cracks it open like a mushroom or something, dude. Like,
and it foams. It was like, psh. Like, what's in here?
No, like, yeah, exactly. It sprays like spores.
Yeah. Oh, what's cool is Boba Fett already knows who this person is, Master Assassin Finnick Shan. Which,
bounty hunters, no bounty hunters, I guess.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Does she know who he is?
Yeah, I think so. She's like the legendary Boba Fett, the one with beep one, his ship beep one.
Oh.
Redacted one. We're going to get my ship and rename it first thing.
That's right. He's like, I'm Boba Fett, and she's like, Boba Fett's dead. And then he was like, no, I was left for dead on Tatooine. Like,
left for dead. Oh. Oh my god.
So, okay, she knows who Boba Fett is, but didn't know who he is by looking at him, I guess. Or maybe he just looks so different.
And she's like, where's your fucking helmet, dude?
Yeah.
You know? He's like, I'm like Spider-Man. Thanks to Doctor Strange, who dropped him off last week. He got my armor back from Tony Stark.
Well,
Crossover. Then you're like, Ultron comes back and he's like, I'm going to change my name to Snoke. You know? You're like retcon everything. And I'm going to start the First Order. You know, like,
we're gonna.
this is where the timeline splits off. Yeah.
We kill the flood with the Halo rings.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We're gonna wipe out Cthulhu with Halo rings.
Oh man. Teletubbies coming from. Alright, anyways. So
Deep space Teletubbies coming to wipe out technology.
So Boba Fett explains his plan to her, which is basically I'm gonna get my ship back. Where's the ship? In Boba the Hutt's palace. And she's like,
Boba the Hutt's palace. Is he even trying at this point, fellas? This is the most unresearched podcast. We're a unresearched podcast now.
Wow.
These are called jokes.
So she's like, Bib Fortuna took over. And he's like, doesn't matter to me. It's where my ship
He's like,
is.
Bib, I'm not eating lobster. Who's serving the lobster?
No thanks, I'll just use a napkin.
Bib, what am I, 3? What do I look like, a child?
So, okay, so he's like, I need my armor. Can't do it without my armor. And you saved my life, so she's like, I'll pay you back, or I'll help you until you get your ship back, and then I'm outie. And we all know she's not outie, but, you know, so
she's like, I'm an independent cyborg, reprogrammed. I'll help you wherever you go. Forever.
But it's the assassin's way.
Yeah. She's got a life debt. This is a Star Wars thing.
Oh, okay. So they go back to Bib Fortuna's palace and at nighttime and start looking around. We get a cool view of Fennec Shan looking through her little scope thing, and it has like predator looking markings around the dashboard of the scope visualizer. You know what I'm talking about?
I think that might be a common Star Wars language that is translatable.
Really? What language?
Common.
Common? That is not common. That's common is English.
Not for you. Not for you.
Like on Tatooine is common.
Yeah, like Tatooinese, Nesian.
Hutties, the Boba the Hutt. So
Yes.
she's in this cool little robot thing, which is from like Incredibles, you know the little robot thing.
Or like the training droid from Star Wars.
Yeah, little droid, little circular droid, which I like. Little circular droids that like map out a location, and like I've seen those a bazillion times. But it's like I still like it.
Yes.
It's cool.
This is not a new concept. It's not even been explored in Star Wars before, but definitely like that.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't seen a mapping droid before in Star Wars?
Not that I'm aware of.
Man, that's kind of surprising. Well, so what's cool is she sends it in, and it already knows to be secret, you know, and like map out. So it's just doing its own thing. Meanwhile, you know, Boba Fett's making out with his bantha, and you know they're just chilling.
He absolutely is. He's like, give me one last kiss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he actually sends it to go, which is sad. He's like, go.
Yeah.
Make bantha.
The thing is crying. It's
Very
got
sad.
tears in its eyes. Poor Banthy.
Very sad.
He got one last kiss. He's like, not in front of the girl. But it just shows his utter confidence. He's like, we're storming the gates, deactivating lasers with his rocket laser.
Yeah. What's kind of interesting is he doesn't try to find his armor first. I would have tried to find my armor first and then use the armor to get the ship.
He's under the assumption that the armor's in the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he uses the ship to find the armor later. That's right.
Yeah.
I would have probably done it the other way around because it seems like the armor would be a big help getting the ship back. But, well, anyway.
Do you remember exactly when and how Mandalorian came across Fennec and Boba Fett?
No, but I think it was Mandalorian was on that island with Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda was doing the Ohm thing, and it was like activating these little crystals, and then stormtroopers came in and Boba Fett was there, Fennec was there, and they were helping the Mandalorian fight off the stormtroopers.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck? What happened before that?
That's as far back as I can remember them all being together.
He asked for some assistance. Pretty sure he was like, "Come on, we're Mandalorians. Help me out, brother."
I don't remember, but I do remember that Boba Fett had the armor, and the Mandalorian was like, "Give me that armor. That doesn't belong to you." And Boba Fett was like, "It belonged to my father." Blah blah blah. And then like,
why don't you have your helmet on?
Well, yeah, like at first they had a problem because he had Mandalorian armor and he wasn't a Mandalorian. But then something happened where Boba Fett like helped Mandalorian, and Mandalorian was like, "Okay, fine, you're okay with me."
Yeah, and he brought it up to freaking Bo-Katan and stuff, right? They met before that.
I can't remember the details.
You're like, Bo-Katan.
Where's that? What planet's that?
You're like, she's about to come back for sure. Just
Oh yeah, super awesome. I've seen the whole show now, so I know.
Oh, she coming back.
So the droid comes back to Fennec Shand, and the droid displays a video from of the droid mapping the place, which is very cool. Love it.
It's like 1,000 guards.
Yeah, it shows every guard. There's probably literally 60 guards, I'd say, inside. And Boba Fett's like, "There's too many guards."
She's like, specifically, too many.
There's exactly too many guards.
Roughly, if I were to guess out loud, too many.
But they found a cool little secondary little cave entrance to the side, so they sneak in.
Oh, that for sure is a poop chute.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want to be in there.
It's a diarrhea highway if I've ever seen it right there. I tell you what.
So Fennec Shand uses her cool little knife to cut through metal. It's a little welding knife looking thing. Torch knife.
Plasma torch.
Yeah.
This guy, amateur.
I was trying to figure out a name. That sounds good.
You're like, science. You're working on it. Wand. Hot wand. Hot heat.
Lightsaber. Yoda.
Heat extrusion. Vessel. Shit.
So it leads into the kitchen where these robots with a ton of personality, the most we've possibly seen so far in this episode, are cooking.
We've seen the one with the long head and the two beady eyes.
The two vertical eyes or the two horizontal eyes?
The beady ones. The small baby eyes. Hello.
We've seen this robot before?
Yeah,
Where?
It's a Jabba's palace robot.
Oh, okay.
One of the ones in the robot area.
It's a sous chef robot. That's what it's called. And then the actual chef robot has 6 arms and just starts going crazy, spinning his arms around with his little cyber laser, Star Wars knives.
Yeah, very General Grievous like. They're like General Grievous plus 2 arms. They're like trying to outdo it.
Yeah. And then
6 arms, how uncivilized.
Yeah, I know. What are they thinking? Okay, so then a little bitty guard robot comes up who's...
But anyway, that other robot was a torture robot.
Which robot? The chef?
Yes, the other one.
That was a
sous chef.
Bot?
Sous chef.
The one with the beady eyes is the sous chef.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a torture bot?
Torture bot 9000, yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool that he's cooking and not torturing.
Well, don't need to torture very many robots, I guess. It tortured other robots.
It tortures robot? How do you torture a robot?
You put hot pokers on the bottom of R2-D2 feet.
I don't think robots can feel.
All right, pull up the footage.
Well... Is there a scene of R2-D2 being tortured?
All right, pull up the footage.
Of what?
Oh my god, you're going to force me to look it up for you?
No, I just don't know what to search. R2-D2 torture scene?
Star Wars robot torture. Oh, that's the one that talks all the time.
Yeah, the one torturing is not that one. It's the, it's the other funny one.
Okay, well, keep watching.
Keep watching what?
Are you not watching the same video?
It's 27 seconds long. Okay.
All right, keep watching. 13 seconds.
Oh man.
26 seconds long. 13 seconds.
Oh. Okay, so he's burning the bottoms of his feet. But it's not that robot, it's the other one.
Yeah, I know, but...
That's hilarious.
It's the guy in charge. God, Garrett, help me, please.
That's funny. Okay, so they do torture robots.
He's just the guy in charge of tortured robots.
Man.
Fine, you got me.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Even the robot's like, ah. It's like, come on, robot. Are you serious?
My sensors.
Oh man. Well, maybe robots do have sensors on the bottom of their feet just to help them like walk around and know if they're stepping on a rock or something.
I don't see why not.
Very good catch.
I don't see why not, man.
So, third robot comes in, which is like a little bowling pin looking robot. And it's
Probably the most adorable robot in all of Star Wars thing.
definitely the most torturous one.
It has so much emotion.
He's like, oh, oh. And he's running. He's on all fours. He's on two legs. His ears are going up and down. And Boba Fett's running around. He's trying his best, you know. And then this robot dives under the table with the fire. But it's a robot. Apparently robots don't feel pain, or at least this one doesn't.
It's just getting a little toasty.
He's like,
completely contradicts the Lucas verse.
well, maybe only some robots can feel. This one, maybe it uses like torque sensors to realize whenever it's over torquing something, like if its foot's caught and it's trying to pull it, you know.
Maybe.
So this robot,
I am
Boba Fett's like,
I am Boba Fett.
yeah. And then this robot's like, I'm shutting down.
Oh, yeah. Do not want to incur the wrath of Boba Fett. Boba Feet.
Boba Feet.
I am Boba Feet. Good day, Boba Feet.
Good day.
Good day, Boba Feet. Me, Boba Feet.
So they're sneaking in. They see the ship. Boba Fett's like, oh man, that's my ship.
I need to wash my Boba ship. Okay.
And so the Gamorreans are coming up. They're like, oh, there's intruders. Boba Fett's like, I'm gonna hop on the ship. I'm gonna get in there and sit down. I've been walking for 30 minutes now. I'm tired. Meanwhile, Fennec Shan's like, all right, I will take out all of the other enemies.
Damn. He's like, I'll sit in a chair back here. Very Marlon Brando-esque.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess it'd be Steven Seagal would be the modern equivalent.
Either way, I know what you mean. So
He's like, I'm going to stand here and hold a gun really irresponsibly.
line, right, my
Like, I'm going to hold it pointing right at my feet. No.
So Fennec Shan's like, get in the ship, get started.
He's like, a chair. Oh, thank God.
Finally.
All he had to say was chair. We get to sit in the chair, the ship.
The reclining chair. It's almost like,
Like,
you're laying down.
No, yeah. I was about to say, it's like he like passes out for like, takes like a quick nap.
It's like,
It's like, oh, this chair is cozy as it's ever.
lock all
She's out there like
doors.
yelling up, yeah. She's like, Boba Fett! You know, like, they should have, dude. Oh my God.
So they should have leaned in more to how old he is, and like, I would have enjoyed it better, you know, if they actually just came to terms with like, okay, this guy's old. Let's make him a better person.
She like kills like 4/4 of him, and then she gets in there and just like hits him on the shoulder. She's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Like,
It's like,
it'd be funny,
oh, and it's like a one button start, and it's like, boom, and he's like up and out, you know?
yeah. It'd be funny,
Like-
like if he every time he rides the bantha, he's asleep on the bantha, and like the tail of the bantha is like trained to wake him up, like it whips them whenever they're at their destination.
Like a Don Quixote type of vibe.
Oh man, they missed their opportunity. They really should have like just gave him that personality or something, because you know he's pretty much mimicking the Mandalorian's personality, which is just
It's
like
more of a funny character than we've had before.
yeah,
Yes, like Jar Jar.
like well,
So that they rhyme.
oh man, I wouldn't go that far, but I wish they would have done that, you know, made him funnier, you know. But I wonder how much of like this character's pride is like saying, you know, I don't want to be an old man, I want to be badass. I feel like they're doing the Picard thing where you know, he's like 90 years old, but they have
Like he's action hero. They're Indiana Jones in him.
they should.
He's like, he wants more acting gigs. Probably after this.
Man,
Yeah. So he's like, don't mess this up for me, guys.
well, I mean that's
Right.
understandable, I guess.
All he has to do is look at one Steven Seagal movie, or freaking Bruce Willis is now on like that kick where he's like, there's a $5 million movie, $3 million of it goes to Bruce Willis, and he literally it's like three days of work, you know,
Yeah,
at most.
yeah.
They work 5 hours each day.
Oh, those movies are following what this one's doing, which is like, yes, he's an old man, but he's still badass. They could have just went, yes, he's an old man, and he acts like an old man.
Well, shit, he is. Man, that was your first complaint, my dad.
Well, that's true. But since they chose him to be the old man, they should have just said, okay, he's an old man. Here's what we're going to do. Instead of picking the old man and saying he is actually not an old man. He's a badass and blah, blah, blah. You know,
I'm like, that's crazy that you said Picard because it's almost like identical, dude. It's like strong female a ninja type lady that fights old man battles, you know?
Oh, really?
Like literally the exact same thing. And then they like introduced like a male ninja that likes chopping people's heads off in Picard. And it's like, I'm going to die, but I'm going to chop at least 40 people's heads off doing it. And you're like, oh my God, this is not quintessential Star Trek, but all right, you know.
Well, I've never seen Picard. I just heard about it.
Oh, it's not Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's probably not even the same Picard in the same like universe, you know.
Really?
It's probably different. Like it's like a multiverse situation.
Oh wow! So
who knows?
Boba Fett gets his ship back. First thing he does, blow up the speeder bike gang. That
the Nito Raiders.
Yeah, kill all of them. Just all of them. Bang. No questions asked.
And just as we were talking about non-Picard moments, it does a non-Star Wars moment where they're like fucking bombing run on like a bunch of motorbikes. You know, like this is the type of stuff that they were trying to do in like the J.J. Abrams stuff where they're like, all right, ram them with a fucking ship at light speed, you know, and like you got a ship, just glass them from the atmosphere, you know?
Yeah.
And like, just go on a bombing run, dog. You got a ship, you know? Like,
yeah, not very Star Wars-esque, but very logical.
No, well, yeah, this is something you normally wouldn't see in Star Wars because like the writing would prohibit it.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty evil to just run up on people and kill all of them, no questions asked. You know,
but completely on character with Boba Fett
and
these two people.
He looks mad. He's like, "This is me. I do this," which is okay.
He's content as fuck, dude. He's like, "Finally," and he like looks over at Fennec and like, "What do you guys say? It's the type of stuff we're gonna be doing." Setting a fucking mood, I guess.
Oh, we missed where where Boba Fett's like, all right, I got my ship back. You want to go? And Fennec's like, no, I'm stay. We missed that.
Oh.
Which is okay. We already know that happened. Next scene.
Life debt.
They try to get the armor back. Possibly the worst idea I've seen. Like, look at what they're doing with the ship. They're like, let me just move this ship right over the Sarlacc pit. Like, I was like, oh my God, no, do not do that.
I was celebrating like the first episode when they're like, okay, we're going with the original Sarlacc, you know, there's no beak, you know? I was like, thank God there's no beak, you know, but then like this shit happens. We're like, just kidding. It's a giant creature, like inside of a giant creature. I don't know, right?
Is there a beak in this one?
I might be tripping. I'm sorry. Edit all this out. I'm pretty sure there's a beak.
I remember, okay, so in the original Star Wars, it was just like a hole with teeth, right? And then in like the 80s or 90s, in the 90s or whatever, they computer animated a beak on it, right?
Yeah, and they have right here. They have like the shittiest looking beak. It's so great. Looks identical to the one from the 90s.
So they're looking down the hole, and there's teeth, and there's nasty stuff everywhere. Oh yeah, and then there's a beak for sure.
They're like, what is that? Way the fuck down there? Way, way, way deep, way down there.
So the beak,
please
and the
tell
tentacles. Yep, reach up, grab the ship.
Please tell me that's not a. I'm a few seconds behind you, but.
Please tell me that's not a computer animated
the worst looking beak. Oh my God, yeah. Please tell me that's not a retcon. Please tell me that's not canon. Oh, it's canon. Oh my God. And it's alive.
Yeah, it's alive. So in the original it wasn't alive?
I don't know. In the first episode I was on the assumption he fucking gutted it.
Well, I mean, in the original Star Wars, is the Sarlacc pit an animal or is it a hole in the ground?
It's an animal.
Oh. okay. So
Always has been.
okay. So yeah, they can't get out, and then they drop a bomb directly into the Sarlacc's beak.
She does what everybody's ever imagined, having to do in this
Bombing.
situation.
Yeah.
Take your seatbelt off this weird ass ship, and like plop down on the glass.
I
So
would
funny.
have. They should have dropped the bomb in there first. Drop a bomb in there. Boom. It's Beskar armor. You're not going to hurt it.
But the
Kill the
armor.
Sarlacc and then dive in there.
You don't want to lose the armor. It could get lost in something.
Well, I wouldn't have gone in there without making sure that thing's dead.
I would have definitely shot down there at least. Minimum. Like, boop, 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 minimum.
Yeah.
Like, all this tentacle shit on the outside, I would have fucking, like, lit it up. Like, do, 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 do,
Oh, yeah. I think I would have dropped... No, I would have gotten a freezer bomb. Dropped a freezer bomb in there. Boom. Killed it with a freezer bomb. And then,
All right.
That's got to be a thing.
Go ahead, look it up.
One moment.
There's like 1,000 different kinds of things going on, so probably safe to say.
Oh, now you're backtracking? Okay.
No, I don't have a problem being right. Let me find out. Let me catch you being wrong. Let's see.
Okay, I don't see...
Oh, so you want to be that kind of way? You want to be wrong, and not just
Maybe it's not called freezer bomb. Maybe it's called
frost, ice,
cryo bomb,
cremation bomb,
proton bomb,
photon torpedo, frosium, frostium.
Okay, it looks like they haven't invented it yet in the Star Wars universe.
Yet.
Oh, they could have dropped in how did they freeze what's his name?
Carbonite.
Yeah, carbonite. Okay, is there a carbonite bomb?
Nope. Carbonite requires lots of facilities and huge manufacturing, storage, blah, blah, blah.
There is a carbonite bomb, but not in the Star Wars universe. Okay, so I need Disney to buy out the Iron Age universe, whatever that is. Okay, never mind.
It's gonna go welly worded letter. Welly worded indeed. Much good.
They searched for his armor in the Sarlacc pit, but could not find it because the who are the guys that took it in the first episode?
The Jawas.
Jawas took it, but he doesn't know that.
The Jawas.
So they're bummed out. He's like, man, I want my armor. Oh, and now we're pulled out of the dream. Well, kind of, sort of. Yeah, so Boba Fett's back in the back of the tank.
All right.
And he's still dreaming about whenever he killed Bib Fortuna. And then he sits down. We get the miraculous scene of him taking the throne over.
I got a bunch of robot servants, unpaid interns.
So he slept all day in the back of the tank and woke up at night. And yeah, we've got robots giving him robes.
He must have had the Bacta virus.
What was that? He was in the back of the tank with a belt. He has like a Batman belt on.
Well, you don't have a Batman belt in the Bacta tank?
I mean, I usually don't sleep with a Batman belt. Just Batman pajamas.
It's just lower back support.
Oh, right.
It's probably like works his abs out or something.
Yeah, it's an old man thing.
Yeah.
So, they're talking, and Boba Fett's like, power hates a vacuum. And now we're back at the, what is this, casino type place with the Twi'leks everywhere. And my favorite dealer robot.
I don't know. I don't know what to call this.
I think it's just like a club, a gambling place. I don't know.
This is a hive of scum and villainy.
Oh, man. And also Chrysanth. What's his name?
Black Karen Danthiums and Damium.
We'll just call it Black, or I can't remember his name.
Parathian. Black Kardashian.
So I'm not sure why this happens, but the Wookiee, Black Chrysanthemum, whatever his name is, just decides to just start killing people.
Because he, pit fighter, blah, blah, blah.
I don't think it's a PTSD thing. I think it's he sees these lizard people having fun. And he's like, I don't like you lizard people having fun or something.
Totally a racist thing.
I think it might be because he just suddenly starts killing these lizard people.
Well, the Trandoshans are the things he was like mocking him for. He's like, because you got lucky with a sleeping Trandoshan guard. I mean, you can come and fight me, blah, blah, blah. Like, use that to mock him. So he's like, you have no problem beating up Trandoshans. It's like bruised pride bullshit.
Oh.
Right, baby.
So
Each cry like
kills all
little
these.
baby.
He kills them. And the owner of this casino is like, hold up, why don't we not do this? I know you're badass.
Might I add you chrysanthemum. Yeah, just like I said.
And so she's like, just put him down and we'll wipe your debts clean and we could just move on. And Black
Easy money.
is like, no thank you. And he rips the dude's arm off.
Very, see, that's a thing. Poetry, so that rhymes. You know, Obi-Wan cut that guy's arm off. Luke lost an arm. Anakin lost all of his limbs.
Oh.
Everybody's losing limbs. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Except this lizard guy is not important.
You don't know. He could be the fucking, the great nephew of, like, the gang leader of the Trandoshans.
That's true.
You know?
We could be getting a spin-off show of this lizard guy. Who knows?
Well, I'm going to skip forward. We find out that, like, when Boba Fett needs everybody the most, everybody backs down and, like, leaves him high and dry. And including the Trandoshans, might add. So,
the black Wookiee guy rips the lizard guy's arm off and then pays the lady and leaves. Gives Boba Fett the evil eye. And that's it.
he's like, do you think I went and ripped this guy's arm off for 40 credits? You know, it's like literally like small handful of credits.
Well,
It's like,
I think he has a bigger debt. I think he was just paying for his drink.
damn. Think he's like staying there,
I think
getting
he's a
some
regular
extra services.
because she knows who he is. I think he's like a regular there because he's been here for this whole time, you know.
True enough.
So he probably has like a larger debt.
I don't think he's like lived on Tatooine.
Well, where is the big
Wins from
arena place?
not on Tatooine at all.
Oh, okay then. Well, that's where he was probably.
I don't think that's here.
Oh, okay.
Or else you'd be like, oh, we would get more gladiators, just like Assface and Butt Chin and Wolf Mouth and Big Nose.
Yeah. So next, Boba Fett's like, "Hey, you want a job?" Talking to Black Chrysanthemum, and he's like, "Rrr." Next scene. Now that we meet.
Yeah.
So next scene, we're at the dinner table with all of the tribe leaders or country leaders, state leaders, something.
Syndicate leaders.
Well, isn't the syndicate the bad fish people?
Okay, whatever.
Oh.
These are
like the tribe leaders of Tatooine or something.
gang leaders, Doug.
Yeah, there we go. And basically, Boba Fett's like, "This is what I want. I want none of you to team up with the syndicate fish people."
What are they called, daimyos or something?
Oh yeah, daimyos. That's right. So they're all the daimyos. And so they think for a moment and they're like, "Okay, sounds good. We won't team up with the syndicate."
And they're like, try not to laugh out loud. Like, yeah, we won't.
They're like, "Sure." Our life.
Like,
crime,
nobody
definitely.
audibly laugh.
Yeah, they're like, "We have no problem with spice at all." They're like, "Half of us are on spice right now."
Like, hey, you want to share some spice in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Woo!
Boba Fett is like, "My
Spice is a
morals
hell of
are
a drug.
gray, but I strongly dislike spice."
He's like, whatever kills sand people is not uncool.
Yeah.
They're like, sand people? What do you mean, people?
Oh man. So they talk about that for a minute, but it's pretty obvious like what Boba Fett wants, and like they're just gonna basically tell him whatever they want to tell him, which this whole thing went down pretty poorly. Like there's just little reason for them to obey what Boba Fett said. It's like
Agreed.
It's like basically Boba Fett is like let's see.
He's like, please don't make me try to intimidate you into fucking listening to me.
It's like Boba Fett is a Star Wars fan, and all of these daimyos are George Lucas, and the Syndicate is Disney. And it's like, hey,
Oh shit!
George
All right,
Lucas,
let's go.
don't sell Star Wars to Disney, you know, because none of us want that. And then George Lucas is like, okay, sure. And Disney's like, hey, you want $20 billion for Star Wars?
Yeah. I see that. I can see that.
That's exactly what this is like, where it's like, man, you have nothing to offer these people. Meanwhile, the Syndicate has a ton to offer.
Like spice, money.
And all these people are like villains, probably. Like they're all, you know.
They're like, this is what we've been doing for. My daddy's been doing this. Their daddy's been doing this. We're kind of like,
Yeah, like we've been trading.
this is the Italian mafia, dude.
Yeah.
This is like, this is like a cop trying to come in and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna run this house of the Italian mafia," and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I'm muscling my way in." It is a mob allegory, so completely Italian mobbed up.
Yeah. They're like, we only talking money. And Boba Fett comes in like, how about we talking pride and the right thing to do?
Family,
And they're like, no.
friendship.
We like tangible assets. But they
They're like,
say that.
"I'll lie to you. I'll do you the honor of at least lying to your face."
Yeah, I'll lie to you because you gave us dinner and we'll be out of here. So Boba Fett's is completely foolish right here. Like this whole thing, I'm like, what? You're offering these people nothing. Like you have nothing to give. So anywho, at this point, we don't know for sure if they're going to betray Boba Fett, but in retrospect, it's definitely obvious.
Oh, they ain't helping at all.
Yeah. Well, he just wants them to be neutral. And they're like, okay, we'll be neutral. Wink, wink.
Oh shit, I guess they weren't neutral in retrospect.
Yeah. At least one ends up teaming up with the Syndicate. Okay. And that's the end of chapter 4, directed by some people, created by other people.
Woo!
Yeah. Very cool. You got anything to say about chapter 4?
It's a good chapter.
Yeah. So in their artwork, they show Boba Fett's face as being like messed up. Okay.
How bad?
More bad than it is in the show. Like pause it on the one where he's sitting by a bantha talking to Finnick. Like his face is like big gashes on it.
Burns, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
It still doesn't fix the timeline.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got anything else to say about chapter 4?
That's good. Can't wait for the next chapter. Boop, bow, ba, down.
Yeah. All right. This has been Learn the Brenner. I'm Garrett.
There's no.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Peace.